Hi there, Six of Queens here, and learning still sucks. In today's lesson, I'm going to continue working on Riverboat Boogie from page 112 and 113 of Bastien Piano for Adults, a song that's been kicking my ass for most of the week. But before I get to that, I'm going to start the lesson off with a little bit of nice warm-up, utilizing the Chapter 6 Technic exercise, 4 exercises from Opus 16. But if you'd rather not sit through all of that, then you can skip through it using the timeline below. So let's get started. Set this at a 98, 5-minute timer. And here we go. I think it's about the best that I've done that all week, and that's saying something. Because, well, it was okay. I've definitely had better, more consistent dynamic range, especially for starting and stopping points. Like, at least I did a form of a decrescendo on most of them, most of the time. But having a consistent starting mezzo forte and a consistent ending piano on each playthrough of the line, I absolutely did not have. Got a little bit of it towards the end, but not really, not to a great extent. But it wasn't nearly the shit show that the past couple of lessons have been. So, yeah, maybe it pretends to something all right. Maybe it wasn't a mistake coming in here today. So I originally wasn't going to. I didn't want to lose the progress. All right. So, Riverboat Boogie, been working on both pages of this. And you know, as far as I've yet to see actually what the book recommended kind of natural tempo for it is, I can see that it's 100. But I don't yet really have like internalized how that feels. So even though I should, because I was just doing the previous one at 98, so they're almost exactly the same. So it's it's actually a lot slower than I've been trying to do it at. In fact, if I just set this at 100. So this would be a speed something like. That's a lot easier than what I've been trying to do it at. Given the fact that, other than one or two spots, I basically just played it right off the bat. Whereas I'm trying to, I don't know what tempo I'm trying to do, but it's like at least 25% faster than that. I'm not going to try and search out what it is. Here's roughly the speed I've been trying to do it at. See, I can't even do it once. Yeah, I can't even do it that fast, but you know what? Fuck it. It feels like it's supposed to be that fast of a song. So I'm gonna get to the point where I can do it like that. I don't even fucking care right now. I might change my mind later, but I'm gonna spend the next 20 minutes working to get that shit. So here we go. Okay, so first one is only come here. I'm only going to F. I only go to G once. And don't do it there. Not till the second time. Okay, and then that's the one where I'm on F and then come back. Getting somewhere with it. think maybe coming in here was actually a good idea today. This is starting to feel pretty good. It's starting to feel better. It's coming a little bit more automatically, or that's part of it, but I'm also able to actually translate what I'm visualizing needs to happen in my head to what my hands are actually doing, which is always kind of the problem for a long time while learning a piece until I like get over a hump, and then I start to get it. Plus, I'm playing a lot faster than they're recommending because I'm stupid. That's the only reason why. I like making myself upset. Apparently, I don't actually, but my actions would say otherwise. So. All right. Those aren't the parts I'm really having difficulties with. So, what are those parts? Okay, so that one. Always that one. Probably just trying to remember that part. None of them have been perfect, but a lot of them have been close. So That was pretty good. I was feeling that. I was feeling that quite a bit. Um, it surprises me every time how quickly it can go from uh, being just an absolute clusterfuck to actually really starting to solidify. I guess it's kind of like kneading a dough or something like that, where it'll just kind of start coming together all of a sudden from being a really sticky mess. Not perfect by any means. Still a number of lessons left with it, especially since I've decided that I'm just going to ignore the recommended tempo because I think it's too slow. And I'm just going to do it as fast as I want to do it because I'm not worried about like miscounting the melody or anything. There's like hardly dotted anythings or eighths or whatever. It's all just basically quarter notes, whole notes, and one dotted half. So I'm not worried about actually keeping tempo on the dang thing. But feeling good enough that I'm going to go ahead and get back to, for the first time, and one of the videos where I didn't even bring it up as a possibility, but I am going to spend the last 10 minutes kind of working to memorize, although I think I have a fair bit of it memorized, my rendition of Angels We've Heard on High. Since I haven't done it in a while, here it is on screen right now. And it's based off of a composition earlier in chapter 6 in Bastien. I mean, the writers of the Bastien book didn't come up with Angels We Have Heard on High. It's an old song, but they had their specific arrangement of it, and then I amended that arrangement, but obviously kept the same basic skeletal structure. So it's in G, it's in 4/4 time, and it's only the section that they have. I just added, as you can see, a bunch of flourishes and embellishments and little bullshit like that. But I haven't practiced it in a while, so this first lesson back might not even be me working to memorize it, but to see if I can even get back to the point where I can play it through successfully, because I was doing all right on that point, but it's partly because I was memorizing it because I was playing it so often. So I usually set my middle C back. So moved it back here because being in G, it's only scooted him over a little bit, so I can play here, 5-finger G 5-finger position. So here we go, and this lesson's been so nice so far. Let's see if I can end it off without royally pissing myself off. Oh wow. Okay, so how the hell did how the hell does that whole part go? so that's about half speed. Okay, so maybe I have that part back now. To be perfectly honest, while I look in the direction of the music while I'm doing a lot of this, I'm not actually like reading the music at all. In fact, blank page. I can probably do almost that well just looking at blank paper. I say, we're about to find out how full of shit I am. So. So not too bad. Again, not perfect, but the whole point is that I was going to be working to memorize it, and I almost just have it already. You know, a few spots here and there. Honestly, I think part of the problem is it does help to look kind of down-ish, so I guess I get my hands at the bottom of my, upper and lower peripheral vision. I don't know if that's even a thing, but you know what I'm talking about. Maybe if I had been looking dead ahead the whole time, it would have worked. Or not looking dead ahead the whole time, it would have worked out better, because it kind of seems weird to just be da-da-da-da-da-da. So. 4, 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, that wasn't it. I'm not going to pretend like that was a perfect run. None of those were perfect runs. And you may think that I didn't hear it because I didn't mention it, but yes, I do know there are some parts during where I'm actually not completely lifting off of the note beforehand, so I'm getting some form of. Essentially, I'm keeping keys hit when I need to have released them, so I'm getting things like that occasionally. I do hear that when I do it, or most of the time that I do it, I am aware of it. I don't know. Eventually, after I know that I have it, I'm gonna probably slow back down on playing it and really hammer out refined finger movements and motor movements for it. Like everything I've done up to now is just getting basic reproducible hand patterns. So, and even that, obviously, I'm not perfect at it. Still, for how long I've been playing this song, I'm gesturing to it like there's anything here. This is still the blank piece of paper. For how long I've been playing this song, all of the work up to this point has still only been just getting to the point that I can consistently play it without making huge technical mistakes like miskeying things, and I still do it all the time. But it's seldom enough that now getting it memorized is kind of the next step, so I don't need to pull out any music whenever I'm doing it. And then pounding that in, and then working on really, really refined, reproducible movements. It's like first you learn your lines, and then you learn your blocking, but then you add like the emotion to the performance, or you at least work to kind of embody the character. And some people will do it differently. There's 27,000 different acting methods, and everyone swears that theirs is the only right and correct way to do it, which is bullshit. But that's a ramble about a completely separate thing from a previous life. So if you'd like to see what it took for me to get this far, then you can either click up here or the link in the description below to catch the entire series from the very beginning. And if you'd like to find out where I go from here, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you know when I upload next. Let's see what, if anything, I learn next time.